everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back for another brand new video. Now I'm just back from the park walking Rocky Boy Johnson. It is freezing and I was like, let's do a little video. Yep, there he is. I knew he wanted these cameo in. He pays me sponsorships. You'll know by the deliciously clickbaity title that we are going to be talking about the Rangers vacant manager's position. It is obviously the most predictable video that you will ever see on the channel. I do completely apologise. Now I made this video a year ago before Pedro Caixinha. So because I've actually done that video last year and I done a top 5, we broke it all down, we spoke about it in the comments. I didn't want to bore you guys, so I'm going to try and mix it a little bit up. There is some crazy names being floated around for the position on the bookmakers and everything like that. So I thought, let's have a wee bit of fun. Let's try and make a wee bit of fun of this, because obviously it is a bit of a dark time for the club. It's like the last week's been absolutely horrendous. So let's try and have a wee bit of fun and let's laugh at some of these names. Let's react as fans. I'll react in the video, you guys react in the comments, and I will interact with you guys in there. So, starting off like someone that's got a lot of flirting lately. He's 41 and his name's Graham Murray. Now Murray is the headstand king, ka-ching. I can imagine he's pretty high that because the Rangers fans are kind of thinking of the Old Firm game, but they've kind of forgot about the Inverness game. So yeah, he's 41 just now to be the next permanent Rangers manager, but I can imagine that will drop tremendously if he drops any points on Saturday versus Hearts. Right, let's move on to Billy Davies. Now, Billy Davies is obviously someone that gets listed every single time Rangers ever get any trouble around. Billy Davies' name gets mentioned. I even heard him earlier on the day on what's it, Sports Scene or something like that. It's one of them. I always forget that whenever I make videos. They were talking about him, saying he should be the manager. Yeah, he's okay. Like, he done good work at like Nottingham Forest and all this stuff. But I don't know. There's just something very off for me personally. So yeah, that one gets a thumbs down. I wouldn't like to see Billy Davies for me. The next one, Kenny Miller, 91. Kenny Miller. Kenneth Miller, who's been in the stands.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping.
That's a no from me, if you didn't know. Sorry, Kenny, I love you, Kenny Miller, but not as manager. Have you even got your badges? Who knows? Derek McInnes is 10-1 now. That's quite surprising. I thought you'd actually be Stonewall favourite. That can't be right. I'm already calling it. That's BS. So Derek McInnes is another name that's listed, and I completely agree with this one. That's who I think will be the manager of Rangers. I can already see the arguments on Twitter saying for and against, and I'm sure I'll read some of your guys' Twitter things at the end. I can understand, but I backed him last year to be the manager, and I'd like to see him. I think he's a bit more of a higher profile name. If you look at like Tommy Wright, maybe feel like more of the football side of things. Like if we look more into it, like the job he's done at St John's is absolutely tremendous, and we can look at that. See, that's a bit more of a better achievement than what Derek McInnes has actually done at Aberdeen. We could argue that. I'm sure like me and Snags and Baz and everything like that will be in the next coming days. We'll certainly break down to that. But I think from like a names aspect, like we went out, got a kind of unknown in Pedro Caixinha. We took a risk, it backfired. I think Tommy Wright would be considered as a risk, fairly or unfairly. But personally, I think Derek McInnes is a bit more of a higher profile name in Scotland. So I think that's why he will be out. So I think that's why he will actually be chosen as the next Rangers manager. That's where I tip my hat. So Derek McInnes from me today. Next one. This is where it just gets ridiculous. David Moyes. David Moyes, the man who done very well at Preston and Everton 10 years ago. Where's he went since? Failed at United, failed at Real Sociedad, failed at Sunderland. So that's a no from me, David. Sorry. What's your background again? Moving on to the next one, it's Alan Pardew. Remember, if you didn't get that, just Google it. Anyone that's backing Alan Pardew, as soon as they see him dancing, and then like his team concedes like 30 seconds later and gets knocked out the cup, it's really awkward. See, if I'm being honest with you lads, I kind of like it. I don't know why, it just feels right. Alan Pardew, I don't know if it's because I always watch True Jordan, he absolutely hates him, and I think it'd be funny if he'd done really well and started winning titles when Newcastle weren't. That'd make me that'd be hilarious. Right, let's read out some more. Big Ek is also announced. That I can imagine that's everywhere just now. I see it already on Twitter. Art McKeish, that's a kind of no for me. I love Big Ek. I just remember, like, obviously I was a season ticket holder and everything back then as well. What was I, like 10, 11, 12? People wanted him out the club. I remember being on a supporters bus, like going there every time and just listening to people rant and rave about his subs, about his people he was starting. people will look back with these blue like tinted glasses and forget like he was kind of chased out of the club. If you don't remember that. Moving on to the next one is Malky Mackay. Nope. Gary Monk. Yep. Stuart McCall. Nope. Did anybody else just get that Cammy Bell flashback? Oh god. Delete. Harry Redknapp. Right. Harry Redknapp. He's having a laugh. Right. I saw the like Harry Redknapp at his peak of his powers when he was at Tottenham. Then he does what he does. He loses interest in his current position either a couple of weeks or about a year into the job. He just loses interest. He was doing really well with Tottenham. He could have really built something special. But what did they went? Oh, that England job's available, isn't it? Oh, aye, let's push the club. Let's start doing that. Then he never got the international job. Then he's just failed and failed and failed and failed and failed. Everywhere else he's went. He's just left Birmingham. Like, I get it. Like Nico's here. You bring the. It's like that advert you'd have seen before you watched this video about Call of Duty. See, like the advert. Hopefully you didn't skip because you know ka-ching. And I tell you, oh, let's get the band back together. Like, I get that. He would bring in some other people. Like, he'd sign Crouchy. He'd bring in all these types of players to play with Nico. But just no, lads. Just look at recent history, not the good stuff. Let's look at the recent. You know what I mean? Ali McCoist, Super Ali should never be forgotten. He is a club legend. I love Ali McCoist. I think he's hilarious. Like, I love him questioning sport. I love him as a manager. His record's fantastic. If you look at it, like, I just don't see it. I know he wants it. I was listening to the radio yesterday. I know he wants a job. Like, if he got it, would I be absolutely devastated? No. But I don't think it's necessarily the right call, especially at this time. There's been money being spent. We need a manager that can work with the current players, and I don't think the type of players that we've got would work well under Alan McCoist's play style. So, unfortunately, Super Island, that's a no from me. Moving on to the next one. Stephen Presley. I quite like that. He's at 20-1, so he's kind of drifted. Now, Stephen Presley, I actually watched him at Falkirk, because obviously that's where I'm from, and I've seen a lot of the games then, and he actually done really, really well at Falkirk. Kind of transformed that. He's really good at working with the youth, and obviously went down to Coventry. I don't know, I didn't follow his career too much, so I didn't want to BS here and start making up lies around that, so I don't know how well he's been doing. From what I know he's done at Falkirk, he's done a good job. Would it be right for a Rangers position? Obviously, he's a former Celtic player. He's played with Hearts, a Hearts captain previously, but he did start out his career at Rangers, so I wouldn't be too, like, I actually like that. You know, see, the more I think about it, it's cheeky. Like, I don't think he would get it because I think we need a high-profile name, and he's certainly not that, but I wouldn't be, like, if it was David Moyes, if it was Stuart McCall, Alan McCoist, or Stephen Presley, I'm taking Presley. Who are you guys taking? Let me know down below. Duncan Ferguson. I'm too scared to say anything bad about Duncan Ferguson. Let's move on quickly. Joe Jordan. I'm too scared to say anything bad about Joe Jordan. Let's skip on quickly. Martin O'Neill. That's got to be Michael, surely. Martin O'Neill, 22-1. Are they having a laugh? Is that a typo on the website? That's got to be, surely that's got to be Michael. Come on, not Martin O'Neill. Oh, aye, wee Springsy. Aye, he's going to come up here, play for Rangers. Aye, he'd be accepted by the fans. Absolutely not for Martin O'Neill. Absolutely yes for Michael O'Neill, if he wants it. I think he'll probably take the Scotland job, though, if Northern Ireland don't qualify. But why would he? Like, Northern Ireland's killing it. He's doing a tremendous job there. Why would he leave? Let's see some of the other names. Gattuso, come on. Frank de Boer, come on. We've not got the money. Like, the players we've got won't fit his play style at all. Like, tiki-taka passing. That's why he got fired from his previous jobs, Crystal Palace. They tried to force a manager into there with players that couldn't really work that position, like the formation. That's what they've done. They did the mesh and they sacked him far, far too soon. I think he would have definitely helped Crystal Palace in the long run, but they tried to make it happen too quickly, and I feel like Rangers would probably do the same. It definitely wouldn't work. I think you need to bring in a lot of his own players. I think that's more outgoing. We'd have to sell for cheap and try and spend more money, so definitely I don't think he's the manager for us, unfortunately. Let's see some of the other names. Mark McGee. Ian Carfro. Graham Souness, come on. Dennis Weir. Claudio Ranieri. Tim Sherwood. Now, Tim Sherwood I actually really like, because the Graham Souness thing, that I know a lot of people want Graham Souness and you all love him. You want him back. I love him. I want him back. He won't come back. He's on too much money. He's got a heart condition. He's no interest in that side of football. He's already talked about it plenty and plenty of opportunities when he's been asked about the Scotland job, when he's been asked about the Rangers manager's position before. So Graham Souness unfortunately will not happen. I'd love to be proven wrong. I hope this is one of these ends where they can clip me out of like actual in content for once, and just say, look, Craig made an arse of that. I'd love that to be true. I'd love that to happen. But yeah, Graham Souness, no. Tim Sherwood is like the Diet Cola version of Graham Souness. Now, hear me out, listen. When he took over at Tottenham, he was very aggressive, got in players' faces, demanded more, demanded like Adebayor. If he wanted to play, if not, he could leave, everything like that. I think we need that type of manager to come in and just get in people's faces and say, this isn't good enough. What is going on? Like, no this, oh, it's okay, boys, well, You've embarrassed the club, but I'm going to pick the same players again. No, you played bad for Tim Sherwood, you didn't play. If you didn't work hard in training, you didn't play. So all these people that want Souness, I think they should have a wee look at Tim Sherwood. Now, I'm not saying that I would pick Tim Sherwood. Obviously, McInnes would probably be my #1 choice, or wee Gio Van Bronckhorst, so I'll talk about in a minute. But that's a good option there. So if you want that kind of disciplinarian, he'd definitely be that sort of in that sort of vein. Now, let's talk about the next one. It was three that's kind of off the cuff, that's not even listed. So you've got Big Sam, who I know Twitter absolutely loves. Would it happen? Probably not. Would it be good? Absolutely. Defensively, very, very strong. He knows how to set up his teams. Like, I think it'd be night and day the changes within a couple of weeks. You see the job he done at Crystal Palace, they've turned him into an absolute fortress. Now look at them. They can't stop shipping goals. That's all. He didn't get fired. He just left. The England controversy aside, he's a fantastic, fantastic man manager. Tactics, fantastic. The only other time I've ever seen him fail was at Newcastle, so that was a bigger profile club that he was at, so maybe you could argue that. But Rangers, I'd love to see it. Would he take it? I don't think so, because he kind of ruled himself out of the Scotland job and then kind of talked up joining the national team of USA because he wants to go out and live there, so I doubt it very, very much. My other curveball, listen, I know I'm going to get slaughtered, Tony Pulis. For the exact same reasons I was just talking about Big Sam, defensively very strong. Go look at Pulis' record in the BPL with no money, no talent, just what he does for teams. Can you imagine if he came up here and done that? Tremendous. I know it'll never happen because we can't afford his wages, but that'd be crazy. And a third and final one that's an off-the-wall kind of suggestion would be wee Gio Van Bronckhorst, the Feyenoord manager. Won them their first title in umpteen years, like 30 years or something like that. Fantastic, fantastic work. He's got a glowing reputation. He's not like Frank de Boer, who had all the money and the finances and that at Ajax. This is a this is a Feyenoord team. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's fine. That necessarily didn't have like the best talent pool, but he's turned him into a really, really strong side. I think he would more so fit our play style rather than Frank de Boer. So if we're going to go down like the four manager sort of way, between Frank de Boer and wee Gio, I'd go with Gio personally. But that's been it. Let's jump to some of your Twitter guys and read out some of them just now and see what you guys are thinking over there. Now, I didn't do a poll or anything like that, but before we do, actually, I almost got to the sponsor break again. 3, 2, 1, managerless sponsor break. And we are back. Right, let's read out some of these bad boys. Louis MCI, he went McLeish or Smith. Would be a good partnership with Kevin Thompson and co. Come on, Kevin Thompson. McLeish, I've already talked about Smith. He won't come back for a third time. TP, McInnes, no one else. Unless Marty stays undefeated. Andrew Wilson, according to my dad's mate, Derek McInnes is a fine deal. Remember, he's actually came out... I don't know if you actually know that he kind of ruled himself out the position earlier on today, where he kind of says, I've saw the speculation, I'm not speaking on speculation, I've never have, so I'm fine at Aberdeen, I'm happy. That's kind of the quote. Now, he's not ruled himself out of Rangers, he's basically just doing the manager kind of classy thing. I've seen the speculation, I'm not going to comment on it. So, you can read into that whichever way you want, kind of glass half full kind of way. Let's see somebody else. Scott Young chipped in with Big Sam because he knows how to beat Brendan Rodgers. I think the wages would be a problem. So I'd go with someone like McInnes. Ross Watson goes with McInnes. Ewan McKenzie, McInnes. Stuart Reid, Stuart Ward, McInnes. Dylan Shartley, McInnes. Wow, McInnes is getting a lot of love. Stevie Brown chips in with Tommy Wright or Derek McInnes. Ian McDowell, went with Michael O'Neill. I like that. If not, I'll go with my curveball Ian Ferguson with Craig Moore. Again, I'm too scared to say anything bad about any of the Fergusons. I want McLeish straight up. That comes from RSC Reviews. And the last one I'm going to read out comes from Jack Hamilton, and it comes from Derek McInnes. McInnes. It looks like he's the fan favourite, lads. Let me know what you guys are thinking of, because that's just Twitter. I do the videos on YouTube to give you guys a voice, so make sure to use that. I'll interact with you guys down there. Smash the likes, join in the nation. We're absolutely killing it with subscribers. We're almost at 11k already, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Thank you very much. I've been CJ Novo 92. That has been Rocky Boy Johnson. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.